Hello everyone. I hope you all are fine and doing well with your studies. This is Jasmine ma'am and today we are going to discuss a new lesson from your supplementary reader. Do you want to know the title of the story? It is Footprints Without Feet, written by H.G. Wells. It is a story of a scientist who finds a rare drug and consumes it to become invisible. What will this lead to? Is the scientist working towards the betterment of the society? Or is he simply working for his own betterment? Hold on, I shall answer all these questions. But before that, let's know a bit about the author. Howard George Wells, also known as H.G. Wells, was a renowned British author who is quite famous for his work in the science fiction genre like The Time Machine, The War of the Worlds, and even The Invisible Man is a novel about how science can lead to trouble when it is isolated and unrestricted by morality. Wells, who is aptly called the father of science fiction, was born on September 21, 1866 and died on August 13, 1946. Now let's read the story and find out more about the secret agent and the troubles he faced. The story begins when two boys suddenly noticed a few muddy imprints of bare feet. They started wondering that what was a barefoot man doing on the steps of a house in the middle of London. They suddenly saw another footmark. The man was still not visible. They started following the footprints. They followed them until the footprints became invisible. But they didn't know they had been following a scientist who had discovered how to make the human body transparent or invisible. It was Griffin the scientist who had been working for a long time to see how to make the human body invisible. Suddenly one day he consumed certain drugs which made his body invisible, though it could be felt. Griffin was a lawless person, as he had once burned down the house of his landlord who was trying to throw him out of the house, and then he wanted to be invisible. He had to remove his clothes and then roam around without clothes and without money. His presence was felt after he stepped in some mud, and his footprints could be seen as he walked. He easily escaped the boys who had followed him, but he had many more adventures coming up. He had chosen a bad time to wander in London, as it was winter season going on and the air was bitterly cold. So he decided to stay inside a store for warmth. As he went inside the store and closing time arrived, the doors of the store were shut and nobody was there inside. He got food to eat and wore new clothes without paying for. He became visible again as he wore shoes, overcoat and a hat. He then found cold meat and coffee in the kitchen and ate them. After that he also had sweets and wine from the grocery store. Then he slept on the pile of quilts kept nearby and could not wake up on time. Next morning when the assistants came and started approaching him, he became nervous and started running away. Then the assistants started chasing him as well. He escaped only because he quickly removed his new clothes. And again he was invisible and naked, without any money, in the chill air of January. So this time he decided to try the clothing of the theatrical world, as he knew that he would surely find something there to cover his face with. He quickly reached Drury Lane, the centre of the theatrical world, as he was shivering with cold. He found a shop according to his needs and entered in it. He came out wearing bandages around his forehead, false nose, side whiskers and a hat. Then, as he did not have any money, he attacked a shopkeeper and robbed him of all his money. Then he felt that London was too crowded and decided to go to a small village nearby, Epping. He took a train and booked 2 rooms in the Lochiel Inn. Now let's wait and see what happens with Griffin in Epping in the next module. Thank you.